Hello everyone and welcome to Mappers Choice Awards 2021, where I'm joined by Mr. Connor, also known as WWWWW. How are you, Mr. Connor?
Absolute pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me. I am very excited to go through 2021's year of the plenty of amazing maps that have been provided for us, and I'm excited to share the results of the voting with you, Mr. Nokashi.
The feeling is the same, and I think now that we are like some months after 2021, it does feel like a trip down memory lane, as I said during the announcement that they did on the hub. It does feel like we're opening a time capsule here to see the maps that the community decided stand out the most over all the maps that were ranked in 2021. So I think it's about time to show the new people as well that maybe weren't around during 2021 to see the maps that made the biggest impact according to what the ranked mappers of 2021 decided through their ranked choice voting. So I hope a lot of people have gathered around for this event, and I hope that we will have a good time as we look over every category. Without further ado, I think it's about time we move to the first category of the maps. Oh, how we're gonna do it? We're gonna do map category, then user category, then user grand award, and then map grand award. So we're gonna keep the grand award for the end, keep it a little bit more suspenseful, add a little bit of a spice, you know what I mean? So anything you would like to add? Otherwise, we will move to our first category, which is anti-meta.
All right, sounds perfect.
All right, so for the first category, which is anti-meta, we actually have a third place tie. I know it sounds crazy, but we have a third place tie. For our first third place, we have Reunion, mapped by GigaChad.
All right, so with Reunion, the way GigaChad maps is already pretty unique in terms of his stream shapes. And what makes this map even more unique is how the key eyes use these double sliders that end up becoming either cross-screen or even just regular dashes, which you see more of those patterns in higher-end overdoses, but not so much in lower ones, like this map itself is 5.5 stars. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure this is one of the only catch maps that is majority 3/4 instead of like 1/4 or anything like that. So I know that definitely
more snappy, you know. Stuff
yeah,
like that.
Yeah, very more so unique experience.
GigaChad, man, this name goes hard. GigaChad, as long as I knew him, is a mapper that constantly wants to try out new things and experiment, and I really like the approach he has towards not being complacent, always trying to try something new. Maybe it doesn't work as well as he hoped, maybe it works as well as he hoped. And seeing stuff like this getting a bit of a spotlight is really nice for me, because I also really liked how he expressed this song. Especially because I really liked the song. It felt really satisfying to see how it was expressed in the editor. So congratulations to GigaChad. I really like that I saw this map here. And if there is nothing else you would like to add, we will move on to the third place.
Let's see the second, third place.
The second, third place is Necreus, Snowmelt by Rockma.
All right, a 7-minute Camellia song that lends its way to the use of many gimmicks because of the song's design. So the song changes up quite a few times, and the way it is mapped, it includes many gimmicks, from standstill doubles to extremely dense streams that lend their way to the gameplay really well. You definitely see Rockma limit testing here with his mapping style, being a bit less symmetrical with some of the stacks, and it definitely creates a really fun experience for the player and is extremely enjoyable to play. I like this map a lot.
I think that at the time when it dropped, it was like when it got ranked. I think it was one of the hardest maps that got ranked at the time. Like a true endgame map. I'm no top player, so I wouldn't know. But judging from the leaderboard as it is right now, it still only has one FC. So I would assume It's an endgame map. It's an endgame as it goes, right?
It's pretty endgame. It itself isn't the most like PP farm either, so it's not super motivating to try and grind for the FC. However, it's still an amazing map, that in of its own, and I wish more people would FC it, because I think an FC on this map is still really impressive, even today, a whole year later.
Yeah, for sure. Congratulations to Rockma for his third place. And now, you thought third place tie was funny enough. Get ready for what's about to happen right now. We have a first place tie. There is no second place in this category. So that's when I opened the results. Oh, we're here. First place goes to DJ Mac Top Ranker Song Zempen, Category Remix by Diga312.
DJ Mag, this map it sticks to one more unique gimmick with standstills. And the way Dika chooses to emphasize this map is having some of these turnarounds and standstills be non-hyper dashes, even in the Ki. So the gameplay ends up being really unique, because in a lot of these harder maps that are 7 stars over, like, it's almost every node is kind of hyper dash from stream to stream. But these turnarounds end up being a bit far because he chooses not to make them a hyper dash. That paired with the very nice feeling unique of the sliders, like patterning of the sliders, it ends up creating a really good experience that many players liked, and that is well loved by mappers as well.
I do think Diga has showed consistently that he's a very, very promising mapper when it comes to conceptual maps, like not really conceptual, but to challenging, but also really refreshing maps like this. And it's not, I would hope to see more and more of him as time goes on. So,
yeah.
Now, I think it's time to go to our second first place, which is Kami no Kotoba by Spectator. What a map this is.
For sure. Spectator being put in the position to create a Grand Finals hidden map for CWC. He was tasked with creating a map that was both difficult and unique in its own way, so that it didn't play the same. And with that, we got a map with extremely unique stats and many edge dashes to increase the difficulty, which is not something you see very often in the ranked category, for sure.
No.
Hmm?
It's exactly what you can expect from a pick like this. Unconventional patterns, AR aid, not necessarily like, it's not low AR, but it's not high AR either. It has that really like challenging and refreshing touch. And I have to say that the fact that the Spectator mapped this takes it up a notch, because he knows exactly where to put the challenge and where to put a rest, and how to balance the difficulty map so it feels rewarding and challenging. I really think this is one of the best maps that came out of 2021, and I'm really glad that Spectator created this. And while he's not really active in mapping right now, I really hope he tries something like this in the future, whenever or if ever he has the motivation or the time or the drive to create something more or something new, because I know for a fact it's gonna be a banger.
For sure. And last thing I would want to say is, out of all the anti-meta maps listed so far, this one is the most rank winnable, having 134 spinners. So if you feel up to the challenge, definitely try and secure that first place.
So
definitely doable.
Before we go in, I would like to also, since we're talking anti-meta, I would like to especially give a shout out to a map that wasn't really in the podium, but I really want to urge you all guys to try it out. So maybe we can see something similar in the future. Would be Bloody Knight's Overdose, mapped by Zero, which is CS0 that's been done really well in my opinion. So if you're looking for something anti-meta more than this, it would be really good. But there's also one more map I would like to mention, but that's Corner's turn.
Yes, the map I wanted to mention was Relief by Sekre, being so close to the top 3 spot. I love that map a lot, and I definitely wish it could have made podium.
With that, with that, we will move on to technical category.
Oh boy, oh boy.
The third place goes to Necro Snowbelt.
Hey,
Hi again.
wow.
Hi, Rockma again. Hello.
Hi, Rockma. As already discussed, there's plenty of beautiful tech stream shapes that are extremely dense to see. And this map just happens to lend itself very well to the technical category, being, I guess you would define it as anti-meta tech at this point, because nobody else really chooses to go along with these shapes like Rockma has before. Kind of a catch first in a way. Even going through the map a bit beforehand, you just see some shapes that have never been used in catch before, and I think that's extraordinary to have.
Rockma has been really, really creative. It's a mapper. Really, really creative. Always, every time I open a Rockma map, I see something new. There hasn't been one Rockma map that I've opened that is something I haven't seen before, or something that would be urged to give it a try. Sometimes I'm not good enough to hit those patterns, but just appreciating them in the editor and seeing how creative they can be and how challenging at the same time is just really, really nice work. Really, really nice work.
For sure. I'm waiting for the Nokashi FC on this, but
Zero!
I'm gonna have to wait a little longer.
So, with that, we will move on to the second place of technical, which is the Courses song!
Melancholia. Oh, yeah!
Palace of Melancholia, mapped by Gemzu.
I consider this map the pinnacle of Gemzu, considering this was made a lot later into the year, after Gemzu has produced a lot of tech maps and basically made his climb to one of the most identifiable mappers today. This map shows a combination of all the skills that he has learned, creating very nice flowing streams, adding in some 1/8 sliders into Ki that feel amazing to play, and overall creating an incredible experience for everybody that dares to try and play this map. Absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. It's also one of the maps I can also not play, but it's just so creative. The song complements catch patterning so well, even if it wasn't intended, of course. But it's just that the fact that it's tying up so well what we can do in catch. It's just a really nice sight to see. And thank you, Courses team, for having this song be created, because without you, we wouldn't have this really good map. So thanks to Gemzu, thanks to Courses team for making this possible. And with that, we'll go to the first place of technical, which is, some of you got it right.
DJ Mag.
Yeah, DJ Mag.
Now this map being tech, it definitely has plenty of uniqueness to it. Thank you, Andrew, for predicting it. Very well appreciated. And playstyle, it can be seen as kind of difficult with some of the far spacings, and there's plenty of well-flowing stacks as well. This map, however, definitely being quite a bit easier than the Gemzu map, still defines itself as tech pretty well, for sure.
I agree. It does feel like it's both technical, both anti-meta, as we saw it made an appearance on both categories, but it really is one of the memorable maps of 2021. So it's not quite a surprise to see it being in the podium, and a winner even, I think. So congratulations to Dika for taking this W, and unless you have something else to add, we will move on to the next category, which is spread.
I am ready to spread.
On our third place, we have Curtain Call by Rockma. Hi, Rockma!
Hi, Rockma!
Now, we have this map. Before Connor starts talking about this map, I want to say that it's just so admirable to see a set that goes from the most simplest of this to endgame. And there was no no shortcuts taken. Every single difficulty takes into consideration the difficulty level of the players and just delivers so well.
For sure, Rockma has quite the experience with this song in particular, having mapped it previously, trying to find what he was most happy with, and finally creating this set that has 8 difficulties, all solo mapped by him, earning the respect of basically every mapper by being capable of mapping all these difficulties with such efficiency, definitely earning a higher up spot in the spread list. This map is made really cleanly, and every diff fits really well with each other in the spread. And I think that credits all of the work that he's done to properly map this song previously, while also his knowledge of a mapper over the years helped to make an amazing spread. So congratulations, Rockland. I love this set.
Congratulations. So, we're about to move to second place of spread, which is the Bamboo Song.
Oh, wow. Now,
So,
you know,
this song's so catchy and annoying at the same time.
I prefer annoying. But considering all the songs previously, all the maps previously that Kukai has made, this one definitely stands out as it entered the ranked section. This was the beginning of Kukai's journey to map Riche featuring Choco. And you can clearly see why. This map winning 2021 Community Choice, this map stands out in Kukai's list at the time of the maps that he had ranked, because he tones himself so well to the song, and his streams fit really well with BPM changes, considering he was able to make a unique experience for essentially every difficulty he included in the set. A very positive experience, and you can see why he continues to stick with this artist, even if the songs are absolutely annoying.
You're gonna let that go.
I can't. I'm not letting it go, and I think I'm right.
I wonder if we're gonna see the Tanaka map next year.
I'm sure we will, and I'm sure I'll make the same comment a year from today.
Alright, so with that, we're gonna move on to first place of the spread category, which is Eagle Seeker.
Eagle Seeker! Whoa. Yeah, Eagle Seeker. So, with this spread in particular, it's basically the combination of a lot of mappers' volitions and skills coming together as one. In the top diff, you can see different rhythm choice usage, like how Bunraise differs from Gemzu. So this set can give you so much content in everything that it has, with its top diffs and even its lower diffs. It's the combination of many amazing ideas coming together, creating an overall phenomenal experience. If you were to give someone who was new this map, they could play catch for a long time and see the many different ideas purely off of this. And it's really hard to do that with a singular set. So I think Eagle Seeker definitely earned the first place position. So congratulations, Mr. Gemzu.
I think the most key part about this set is that every different overdose has its own quirk. It's different. It's testing different stuff. It's trying to differentiate itself from the other overdoses in the set. They don't feel like they're just there to bridge the gap between difficulty. They're there to present a different idea and a different what's the word? English is not my native language.
Concept?
Oh, God. A different expression of the song, a different interpretation, there we go, of the song. So yeah. Before we move on to the next category, I would also like to do another shout out to a set that I really wanted to be here, but it didn't make it in the end. It's Drive Your Fire by JBH, which is not only a 5-minute long spread, but it's also a combination of an attempt by many mappers to realize the A1 quest. And I was part of that A1 quest, so I really saw the whole procedure happening, and I do urge you to give that one set a try and see just the sheer effort that went to making that set possible. And it's also a really, really nice song. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely hope we can see that later in another category, perhaps.
Me too.
For my shout out, I would like to shout out Never Let You Go by Unlucky W. Another solo set. After years of training by him, he was able to make his debut in the ranked session with that map, and it definitely shows the amount of practice he's put into mapping. So I would definitely check that out as well.
All right. Now we're gonna move on to our next category, which is Simplistic. And yeah, let's see how that goes. First, our third place, it goes to Urban Guard by Runa by Oro Fanboy.
We get a nice video in the background. That's really good.
We also have video, nice. Yeah. So, would you like to say something about the map, or should I?
This is all you, Dokashi.
This is all me. Okay.
This is all you.
AFB is known for doing challenging maps or super technical maps. But this is, I think, where AFB truly shines. Simple songs with his own twist on it. Patterning can be a bit more on the difficult side, but the idea isn't simple. The execution is perfect, and I hope AFB tries his hand and more songs like this, because this is the perfect balance of having something that can be repetitive, simple, but you keep it from going overboard, but you also add your signature twist to it. Both this and his other map, the Spring Thief, they're both exceptional maps. And yeah, I think it's kind of showing that I voted for this map, and I also wanted it to like win or something similar, but I am not biased at all, guys, I promise.
Agree to disagree.
Really nice map, please check it out. AFB, please map something like this again. I love your maps. I love these maps. Alright. So, second place. It's time for second place. I'm speaking like Yoda now.
Oh.
So, the second place goes to Tupa. So, when I saw the results of the Simplistic category, I realized that the idea of what's Simplistic and what's not has changed drastically over 2020 and 2021. Now, this is a map that has simple pattern when it comes to extra overdose mapping, but that consistently builds it up as we go towards the end. Now, when it comes to what it presents, there's nothing that is like never seen before or something truly out of bounds, like we would say with Nakir Soulmelt or other high-end maps. This is a map that is challenging, but it's also keeping really tame, really like, how do I explain it? A really like composed presentation. Spec knew exactly what he wanted to do with this map, and he did exactly that. He knew how to progress it and make it as impactful as possible from start to finish, and I think that's what the the people that voted for it realized, and voted for it. So, would you like to add something, or do we move to the first winner?
I think we can move to the first winner.
So, the first winner, the winner. So, the winner for Simplistic category 2021 is 89's momentum. So, I think this ties again to what I said to second place. Is that, how do I explain this? Is that Spec is trying to make something that is something more composed without making too anti-meta or technical, and I think that's why it was deemed as being more on the simplistic side. I personally think that it's a bit more complex than the mappers that voted on this thing, but it's the winner, and as a winner we'll have to congratulate Spec for this effort, having two places on the podium. I think I don't know how much to say about this, because what I said is encapsulated in what I said about the second place, is that it's trying to do something tame while still trying to keep it a bit more refreshing and not overly simple. And the song helps in that regard by being a low BPM funky song. So the mapping style of Spec and this set worked really well. So congratulations to Spec for winning Simplistic category. So yeah, sorry for staggering a bit. I was it's blanked in my head. So, without further ado, we will move to the marathon category. Third place goes to Ghost. 3 spectator maps in a row.
Crazy. Only Spectator was here.
Only Spectator was here. So, would you like to say something about this map?
Yes. As for this map in particular, definitely being one of Spectator's hardest maps that he's pushed into the ranked section. He takes a somewhat unique approach to the way he generated his streams, creating these kind of very wide snaps. And it plays a lot differently from a lot other of his maps, especially in the ones in this star range. So it definitely requires quite a bit of precision, especially with the BPM being this high for the song. And it creates a very unique experience. I can't say I've played a map that has these same kind of hyper dashes before, funnily enough. So I definitely think this map deserves the spot alone for being this unique, while also incorporating these really cool spectator stream patterns and some beautiful stacks later on as well.
It really does keep it interesting from the beginning to end. Like the song goes, it does get more complex as time moves on. So I think Spectator also captures that really well. So it's a map that is marathon length, but it's 100% interesting from start to finish.
For sure.
For sure. So now we will move on to the second place of marathon, which is Horse's song.
Alice! Wow!
I mean, what we're gonna say probably overlaps with what we said about the previous times that Palace appeared on the podium. Like, the fact that it's such a fine-tuned and clean map that perfectly encapsulates Zemsu's style is more than enough of a reason that it's in the marathon category podium. I personally expected it to win the marathon category podium, but it looks like it didn't.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, this is definitely, like, this was the last high SR map of this caliber that Gemzu made in 2021. So I definitely see this as like the pinnacle or the finale for maps like this in 2021. Just seeing the combination of all of Gemzu's skills come together to make this map is...
It really does feel like the final arc, like the boss arc of Gemzu. How hard can I make a map? How interesting, how challenging can I make a map? So yeah, much congratulations to Gemzu. Much deserved second place. Although I thought I would have had to be a bit higher up, but much deserved podium. Congratulations once again to Gemzu. So now we will move on to the winner of the marathon category, which is... someone guessed it again. DJ Mag!
Wow! That's crazy. I mean, I think this map...
These maps are so good that they appeared like in so many categories. Like, they're so popular or good, or like they got so many votes. They appear in so many categories. We're running out of things to say because
yeah,
we don't know what to say anymore.
I mean, I think this map definitely struck a chord with its audience. Just the playstyle being so unique from everything else in the rank section, it's seen as extremely enjoyable. And Zika being as good as the game as he is, made it a lot easier for him to make a gimmick like this successfully. So, congratulations, Zika. Your map has popped off in MCA.
Alright. So, we're gonna move on to Hitsounding, and you will excuse me, I have to go get a glass of water, so can I leave the third place Hitsounding to you?
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you very much. Sorry guys, third place Hitsounding goes to Dreaming Attraction.
Dreaming Attraction.
Be right back.
Okay, be right back. Alright. So Dreaming Attraction uses 26 different hit sounds, many of which this map is really short, being only 2 minutes. So it uses plenty of these in the build-up of the song. So it has all these cute tech sounds that fit well with this very positive, upjoy map. A lot of the hit sounds are taken from various spots to fit really well with said map. So it's just an overall joyful experience as, 20 seconds later you're hearing different kinds of hit sounds to fit in with the song currently. And I think it's just an absolute joy as a whole, and I really enjoy the hit sounding on this map. I'd like to wait for Nokashi, but I don't know. He's filling up like a gallon of water.
Roll it.
Okay, yeah. Next map. Congratulations, Gemzu.
Goes to
All right, Saigo no Uta. All right, so you guys didn't vote this for a grand award. Instead, you voted it for Hitsounding. So, I think you guys were figuring out the website or something. But anyway, all right, Hitsounding. This map, being 7 minutes long, uses 28 different hit sounds. And the song at hand progresses as it moves forward. So a lot of the drums end up changing into something different. So it becomes extremely easy to notice how the hit sounds change and how well they fit with the song at hand. So the sectioning of this map really plays to the hit sounding, and it's an absolute joy to listen to.
Congratulations. I don't have anything else to say. I think we'll move on to the first one. Guys, I don't know, sorry guys, Hitsounding is something that I'm blanking out considerably. So I think we're just gonna move on to the first place right now.
Stop hit whistle fans, rise up.
Stop! What? No.
Eagle Seeker! Alright, Eagle Seeker being a somewhat obvious choice for first place considering its key sounding. Geigus really coming in clutch. I believe, I don't know if Gemsy reached out, but I remember seeing the Twitter post before this was ranked, how Geigus was like, I'm gonna try key sounding, and next thing you know, there's just these beautiful bells that play during the key eye, and everyone is just genuinely shocked.
Yeah, I really like that it was adding a new layer to the song without being too overbearing. Because, with the regular hit sounding, it just is layered over the entire song, and sometimes you cannot tell apart the song itself from the hit sounding or the storyboarded hit sound. But I think they struck the perfect balance with how to add a nice touch to the key eye that make it so iconic. And it tied well with the song itself, so congratulations. Congratulations Gigas and Gems and everyone involved in Eagle Seeker. It won one more award. Really nice work.
Jeez, don't spoil it. Wow.
What? Wait, it's right there!
Yeah, but you said one more award.
No,
now Secker gonna guess it.
Is this one? Okay. Is this one?
Okay.
So, our next category is featured artists. And third place for featured artist, drum roll, is really
Sekre! Woohoo! Sekre fans, rise up!
Let's go, it's here!
Alright,
you can talk about this map now.
Alright, like I said earlier, I definitely wish this map was higher up on anti-meta because it plays a very unique lower AR gimmick with these lower spacings. And overall, just a very unique experience because you don't see high SR maps like this that are AR7 or that choose to opt for this kind of spacing. Because even if you were to raise the AR to something more readable, you would still notice the map plays differently from a regular overdose or something of that sort, with some of these kind of one-off-ish hyper dashes that end up just being normal dashes.
Yeah. I think Sekre's ability as a player and as a mapper culminated in creating this because he knows exactly what works and what doesn't, and I think this AR was a new challenge for him. I remember talking about it when he was thinking about this map, and he was telling me in the comments, I'm like, okay, I had a feeling it was gonna be good, and I saw it, and then I just knew that he knew what he was doing, and I really liked the execution, and congratulations to Andrew. You all should go try out this map. It's hard, but it's really rewarding, and it's really nice experience.
For sure.
So,
and Andrew,
for sure.
If you made this CS5, it would have won anti-meta, calling it.
With that, we're gonna move on to second place, which is... There it is! Driver Fire!
No, Kashi, that's your map!
That's not my map.
Well, like, the map you liked.
Oh,
so
yeah,
don't talk about it. Yes. Yeah.
So, this map, I actually saw it more times than I played it because I also I modded it before it went to the ranking procedures, so I spent a lot of time on this map, and then I realized how meticulous it was and how much of a great joint effort it was. And what can I say is the top diff is a collaboration between GigaChat and JB8. They're both really nice and expressive mappers, and I think this collaboration was great. I know this is not the collab category, but I want to talk about it 100%. And this, other than being like a 5-minute full spread, it's an amazing song. It's an incredible song, and the map fits so well with the song. I'm so happy to see it in the featured artist category. I want everyone to go give it a try. Don't get scared by the length. Let's give it a try. You will not be disappointed. It's just so fun to play. And also, please map more Eurobeat. Thank you. So, with that, we're gonna move on to first place. Which is 89's Momentum.
89's Momentum, wow. Man.
People really like this map. People really like this map.
Yeah, I think something that's really easy to enjoy, while somewhat basic, is the hyper chains near the end. I think the hyper chains are very enjoyable to play, and you don't see them often used in SR that's this low. There's rather few examples of hyper chains being used. So, just
they don't feel overbearing. They don't feel overbearing either. They feel really balanced.
Yeah, because of how easy they are to play, you can just simply dash through them, and it's just immensely satisfying.
It does feel like a really nice beginner course for more complex maps, while still being really like simple to play through. I mean, all the three FA maps that were featured in the podium were all really nice songs. So really, I really like the podium, and I really like all three maps in this category. So congratulations to Spec for winning this category, and congratulations to everyone that made it to the podium. And without further ado, we're gonna move on to the Collab category. And our third place, not our third spec, our third place, oh my god, goes to, oh my god.
Anger Fire, Stiletto, and Spec, and Nokashi, you idiot! Oh well. Alright, so as my good co-friend spoiled here, Angrify, I don't know how to say this.
Angaifa.
Oh no! I should have waited for you to say it. Is
sorry, I was laughing.
Very considering Spectator's already high quality as a mapper, you don't see him map metal all that much. It's one of the genres he rarely touches. So when he collaborates with Diletto, a well-known metal mapper, you get quite the experience with all the streams that are used. You would think it's conflicting, considering Spectator likes to stick to a more clean style.
That's what I thought as well in my notes.
but the way it kind of combines, it still plays very similarly. Playstyle-wise, it's like visually, I think there are some nuances that can make it to where you can tell, but playstyle-wise, in terms of the movement, it all meshes together extremely well, creating a collab that won't be forgotten for sure.
I agree. It really is like a clash of styles, but it ended up working really nice. So, congratulations to Diletto, congratulations to Spec for their third place. Man, this song is so good, so good.
Yeah, you want to spoil the next one too?
I'm not gonna spoil the next one. We're talking about, we're gonna go to the second place of the collab category, which is, I didn't spoil it, see.
Yeah, okay, good for you.
Alpha Omega!
Alright, Gemzu and Dust, another CWC map. Now, I think this map definitely created quite a few memories for people. This was used in one of the most hyped CWC tiebreakers at the time, Canada versus Chile. Rivaled countries facing off in this tiebreaker, as it remained close for a long period of time, definitely kept memories with people in this map's history. And once again, you see kind of these mappers that you'd think would be different in terms of their styles. Like, we got to see Dust map these very clean stream maps while Gemzu was sticking to more tech at the time. Yet, they managed to alter their styles to fit each other. Dust remaining clean, and Gemzu also keeping his more tech-oriented style to fit that of Dust aesthetically. So it's very fun to see. Even to this day, we don't have another collab quite like this one in terms of seeing just how clean it simply is. So I definitely enjoyed this map and the memories that it created for CWC players.
Yeah, must have created great memories for you, or memories, like huge memories in general.
I was in a call with 30 people shouting at the top of my lungs as they played Tiebreaker. So yes, it was vastly enjoyable.
It definitely did. Congratulations to Gems and Dust for their amazing collab on this amazing song. And now we will move on to the first place of the collab category, which is
Looking for the Edge of Ground by Beck and Razor Sharp. Similar to Snow Melted, extremely long Camellia song with the room to have plenty of gimmicks involved. So we see the clashing styles of Razor's harsh snaps meshed with Spectator's clean kind of stream styles that create an entirely unique experience throughout the entire map. There's not one single point in this map where the patterns are stagnating. There's a few slow parts here and there, but as the song remains intense, so does the patterning, and it's always keeping you on your feet. And that's something that's rather hard to accomplish and catch the beat. So I respect this map, and I am happy it won first place.
That's great. Awesome. Congratulations to Spec and Razor for winning. What's up with my throat today? Winning the collab category. And we're not gonna say the grand award just yet. It's time for the user categories right now. And we will start with most promising. And looks like most promising has a third place tie right now. And I'm gonna leave this for Connor.
Greatly appreciate giving me more work to do. Thanks, Nakashi.
So, let's... Anytime now. Okay. There we go. First third place goes to Fuhi.
Oh man, Canadian getting third place. Wow. Oh. Uh-oh. Well.
Okay, so I think we're gonna switch it around. I think we just spoiled the second, third place.
I mean, this is my favorite Fuhi. I don't know what you're talking about.
So, did we talk about Unlucky W right now?
You know, Fuhi's name on the board, so I'm just gonna go talk about Fuhi.
Okay, you're gonna talk about Fuhi.
Fuhi, rising to the occasion as a player, quickly gained an interest in mapping, seeing how he didn't, or rather wanted more metal to be mapped and represented in a different way that already existed. For example, the map on screen, very metal as you can see. So the map that's supposed to be showing From the Heavens Came is a very unique style with plenty of standstills. At the time, Fuhi was currently adapting his style, and it appeared very promising to many, because he was very deviating from the meta at the time, because that was always his desire. Oh, okay, this is the map. This is the map that's supposed to be here.
This is the map. Okay, you can keep going.
Yeah, okay. And because of his ties as a player, he got down mapping extraordinarily quickly, while some other users on this list have been mapping for years. I believe he made this map that got pushed for ranked only after 6 to 8 months, which can definitely be seen as an accomplishment considering how long it could take some people to both get to this level gameplay-wise and get to map something difficult for ranked mapping-wise. So definitely deserves to be on the podium, and I'm happy to see him here.
Great. I think we spoiled the second, third place.
No.
I think we did. So the second, third place, as you might have realized from the map that was on the screen, goes to Unlucky W.
Wow, Unlucky W.
Another Canadian.
Now, first off, I don't know what's with this anti-Canadian bias. You know, both of these should have tied for first because, you know, Canadians are the best. But my bias aside, Unlucky W has a very different approach when it comes to mapping, as he has been training for many years, a self-trained mapper, mapping stuff that's completely ridiculous like SpongeBob OSTs, or maybe just seeing his takes on other songs that have already been mapped before. He has plenty of experience mapping And being able to open out the gate with his own full set is something that's very difficult to do. Many people would maybe try to
this
make...
was his first rank, no? Yeah.
Yes, this was his first rank, and it was a solo set. All by him. Everything was done by him. Which, you know, most people may ult for like a 30-second map, or maybe a few GDs here and there, but coming out the gate with this was definitely shocking to many, just considering he was able to do this right out the gate, while essentially being unknown as a mapper at the time. So, definitely deserves to be here. Maybe a bit higher, but maybe I'm biased.
He's still improving, and he's still getting better and better. As we saw from the Catch Mapping World Cup performances, which I think they're getting their finals results soon? I think so. I think so.
It's in a week, I believe.
I think it's in a week, yep. They're getting their results soon. But I also happened to see some of the maps that he contributed on the Canadian teams on previous iterations, and you can see that there's a lot of promise here. There's a lot of that promise that's already shown, because we're still in 2022, but this is talking about 2021. But anyways, it's time to go to second place, which is Gigas!
Oh, shit.
Really happy to see him here.
Yeah.
Because I've been in this community for quite a long time. And Gigas has also been in the community for quite a long time. And I've seen him grinding and grinding and creating interesting maps and practicing and practicing. And having him be on the spotlight is incredible for me. I really like that he's getting his name out there, he's contributing. I saw him mapping for some tournaments, I saw him mapping some hard maps, I saw him mapping a lot and getting many projects and improving. So, really happy to see him here, and congratulations to him. Anything you would like to add?
Yeah, Fracture Ray is honestly an incredible map. I think it's kind of funny how he had a really popular, loved entry before this that also kind of took the world by storm. I already believe this has also been used in 3 tournaments at this point, just because of how high quality it is, while also considering to be unique as a whole. So seeing Gigas be able to create unique experience like this definitely earns him a spot on the podium for most promising.
I agree. So now we're gonna move to the first place of most promising, which is Rusty! Wow!
Sorry.
Congratulations, Rusty! Congratulations for winning Most Promising 2021. Rusty is also a mapper that started appearing in both the pending section and the ranked section while I was quite active in DNG stuff and modding stuff. So I had the privilege of seeing him grow from a person trying to find his style by trying different songs, different things, getting advice from many people, getting feedback. And I saw him in this journey to try to go from more simplistic stuff to more complex stuff, and eventually being a really, really good all-round mapper that can do many different things. And I'm really, really happy to see him getting this recognition, and I really expect more great things from him as the time passes on. So yeah, congratulations to Rusty. What? Anything you would like to add?
I wish it wasn't showing the YouTuber map. That is all.
Alright, so with that, before we go, I want to also give a shout out to Souvenir, because our stats team has informed us that Souvenir also on his breakout year beat the Gems record for most ranked disc, which is an achievement I would like to give a spotlight to. And even if Souvenir is not active in the community right now, I want to extend a letter for congratulations to him for his performance in 2021, and I do hope he comes back someday and maps a bit more. So, that's for me, and we're gonna move on to most inspiring. And in third place, we have, yes, this map! We have Spectator!
Wow.
So, Spectator, there is no debate. whether he's inspiring or not. This is a person that's been in the community for many years, have seen the meta change time and time again, have seen mappers go, mappers come, and he's still here. I know that now he's not as active as he was in 2021, but in 2021, this is when he became a really, really influential figure, joining the nomination assessment team. And it's just, if I want to go and list the things that Spectator has provided for the mode, we would run out of time for the stream and we would get overlapped by the next MCA. So I'm gonna keep it short and say, Spectator, I appreciate you for everything that you've done. And even if we see you in the other user categories again, I don't know, I'm not spoiling. I want to get it out of the way that I really appreciate what you've done for this game. And you really, really deserve to have this spotlight and even more spotlight. You really, really are an inspiring figure for many mappers, old and new, in the Cats community. And also, this is my favorite map of yours and my favorite map of 2021. Let's go. Let's go.
Nakashi was just talking to me about this map about 10 minutes before the stream started. So the fact this one was the one being presented is pretty amazing.
Thank you. Thank you, James. So, with that, we will move on to second place, which is Rockma. Hi, Rockma. Hi, Rockma.
Hi, Rockma. Hi, Rockma.
Rockma saying that he did nothing in 2021, but he's a person that is the definition of an all-rounder. She can map, she can mod, she's a top player, she can map, she can do so many things. And just seeing the work that he puts out for this game is a testament to how much he likes or he wants to improve the CDB community. And I'm sure he's a source of inspiration for many. I'm also very much inspired by the drive that he has towards being involved in so many sectors of the mapping, modding, playing community. He's everywhere that you would have to think there is a CDB influence. He's there. So this is more than deserved. Andrew is listing more of the stuff. He's tag teaming me in the chat. Rockma, thank you very much for all your contributions. And I'm sure you've inspired many, many players and mappers, both with your playing skill, your mapping skill, and your modding skill. Congratulations. With this, we will move on to... Unless you have something to add?
No.
Sorry.
No.
Okay, perfect. We'll move on to the first place of most inspiring, which is... I wonder who it is.
Jamzu!
It's Jamzu!
Hypnos Metropolis, I love this map.
You wanna start or should I take the lead?
Or I can start, you know.
Okay.
You could call 2021 the rise of Jamzu, as he just skyrockets in terms of his mapping quality and quantity as well. Being able to opt into so many different things in terms of sets and create so many different gimmicks with tech. Hypnos Metropolis being a good example with these stacks right there. Something very unique that just you don't get to see before. Something he can create through his own experience, learning what works and what doesn't. So seeing him be able to create these tech gimmicks is honestly amazing, and it is very inspiring.
So I want to add that James is also a person that I happened to see from the beginning of his Cats ventures, when he was known as, should I say it? James is gonna get mad at me. He was known as A. James. And
that guy? Oh,
yeah, that guy,
wow.
that guy. And it's incredible to see that he was so hardworking and that he never settled. He never settled. He would move from Japanese rock to something more complex and then try again and then try again and try to get his ideas across. I did. I'm sorry, James. I have to make it clear that how inspiring you are, because you never got complacent with your mapping skill and you always wanted to become better and better. And
Hey, James
I think
is
you
my favorite
deserve
mapper.
to be a source of inspiration for many mappers. So congratulations, James, for this win, and I do hope you stick around as much as possible and keep being a source of inspiration for mappers that are still aspiring to become ranked mappers and achieve ranked status. So with that, we're gonna move on to the modder category. Third place goes to 0KT. Now, 0KT, I might be a bit biased because he's my mentee, but I have to say that 0KT went from a person that was not involved with mapping or modding at all. And at some point, he reached out to me and he said that I want to learn this, I want to get used to it. I wonder how many times he's gonna play. And he wanted to get used to modding and mapping, and together we worked on it, and then he started being so active in modding, and in due time he got the position of a Bitland dominator, and then he became more and more active in helping out people and sharing the knowledge that he learned. And along with me and Electos, he improved his modding further and further. And while I think 2022 is his strongest year, I do think that he deserves this spotlight for 2021, just because of the sheer fact that he went through so much practice and so much work modding so many maps just to get the gist of how modding works. And I know for a fact, because I was there, I know for a fact how much he tried to improve and become the best modder he can be, and I expect more great things from him until the end of 2022, and I hope he sticks around as much as possible. So yeah, now we're gonna go to second place, which is
There's no way. There's no way.
Can I get a woman? Can
we get to change the map?
Can I get a woman? This is Heavy's fault. This is Heavy's fault. 100%. So,
I need mods in the chat that can ban him.
what can I say
please?
about Andrew? What can I say about Andrew? There's nothing I can say about Sekra. It doesn't begin to speak how much of a impactful presence he is in the modding procedure. Even in 2020, 2021, 2022, he hasn't stopped grinding. He hasn't stopped being one of the best modders I've ever seen. He knows the ins and outs. He's proactive. He tries to get stuff done. He tries his best every day because he really, really likes the being a modder, or that's how I perceive it. And I'm really, really happy to see him here. He deserves more spotlight. He deserves more recognition. He does so much stuff. I know it wasn't in 2021, but he joined the nomination assessment in 2022. It did not apply for 2021, but I hope I see him next year as well. He deserves this. He deserves every award he gets on this category. So congratulations, Andrew. I'm really happy to see you here. Really, really happy to see you here. And I hope I see you again next year or whenever. 2023? I don't know. So, with that, don't call me Parik! With that, we're gonna move on to the first place of the modder category, which is... Why is high-powered?
Oh wow! Wait, Nokashi! Whoa! Hey! Congratulations!
Thanks. Why did you put high-powered?
It's the best map. We're gonna see that stack in a few seconds. I'm excited. Let's go.
Anyways, I don't know what to say.
Talk about yourself. Grease yourself up. You got first place.
I got first place. I did. I always managed to end up here. Ever since 2017, I've always ended up being here. And I think it's probably gonna be the last year that I'm gonna end up here. And I hope it's the last year I'm gonna end up here, because 2022, I didn't really do anything. And I'm really, really happy that the community has this impression of me. And the community really appreciates what I like to call modding or BNG work or whatever you want to call it. It's actually really, really moving for me to... Wait, the overdose is playing. I just realized. Yeah, I made the salad, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. I did not make. This is not my set. This is Andrew's set. But anyway, thank you guys so much for voting for me and being supportive of me. I know I might have not been the best when it comes to deadlines or being on time and being really inconsistent with stuff, but I always try to give my best and I always try to do the utmost that I can with the time that I am allowed. I really love this community, and this community, I know that they always welcome me with open arms. So, damn, we're getting emotional now. Anyways, I don't want to get emotional, so we're gonna move to the next category. Thank you guys so much for this award, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of blanking here. I'm kind of no Xerox. Anyway. That's enough about me. Let's talk about someone else before I get sad. Let's go to mapper category, and third place goes to Hi Rockma.
Hi, Rockma.
So, Rockma, it's undisputed that he's one of the more influential mappers. And I think 2021 is where he made one of many of his more memorable maps, as we saw in previous categories. We saw Nakura Snowmelt, and we see that he, while like many other influential mappers like him, he never stops trying new stuff and he never stops creating impactful pieces of work. So this is quite deserving of him to be in the podium category for this award. So I think I've pretty much covered anything else I want to say about Rockma when it comes to his mapping prowess, because his mapping prowess is undisputed. Hi Rockma, thank you very much for your maps. Congratulations on your oh my god, to one more award for your collection. And with that, we're gonna move on to second place, which is
Spectator. Wow.
Spectator. So, 2021 was the year in which Spectator had, I think, many of his maps getting pushed to the rank section. This is also the year when he started becoming more busy and he couldn't be able to make as many maps. So I like to think of 2021 as, at least personally, as a year where Spec created many interesting maps that made ranked or they didn't make rank, and they're in the graveyard waiting for players to try them out because they're still worth the play and they're still very good maps. Oh, excuse me. So for me, this feels like a really fitting position for Spectator to be, and I'm really happy to see him in the podium. And congratulations, Spec. I did my Spec dissertation on why I think he's one of the most influential people in the game forever in a previous category, so I will be repeating myself. So without further ado, if you don't have anything to add, Connor, we will move on to first place.
I think your notation of Spectator was rather perfect earlier. Extremely influential, has been here for so long, and while he was considered to be less active, he still did so much as a mapper for the game. So he definitely deserves spots in the podium that he has received thus far. So there's nothing more I can really say. You said it extremely well. So I think we are ready to move on to first. Gemzu!
I totally didn't do the slip of the tongue.
Yeah.
I don't do the slip of the tongue. So, we're gonna repeat ourselves, I think, once again, if we talk about Gemzu. But I really want to do a rehash and say that Gemzu appeared, I think she appeared last year too. I remember if he won the category or not, but I'm sure she appeared last year as well. It's a testament to how he's willing to further improve himself and create something new time and time again. and I think he's showing as the first place on the mapper category is truly proof that he has definitely achieved his goal of being a very, very creative and a very, very influential mapper. So many congratulations to Gems for this award, and if you don't have anything else to add, I think we're gonna move on to the next category.
That's all I say. Congratulations, A. James. Very proud of you.
I'm proud of you as well. So, our next category is Community Pillar. Wait, what? And, oh.
Whoa!
I thought I was only gonna win Modder. Or do something in Modder.
Wow.
What?
What a twist.
Okay. Okay. So, what do I say? I prepped all my stuff for the Modder podium.
You're a community pillar.
Okay, so at least this time is my map. So what? I'm okay. Give me a second. I guess I would like to thank all of you for thinking that I might be something more than someone that mods maps. Now, community pillar meaning that I'm influential to people, or meaning that I'm a great part of the community. It was definitely one of my goals to be an influential person in the community, because I absolutely love the community, and otherwise I wouldn't have stuck around for as much as I did, trying so hard to be around. And it's nice, I guess, to see that people kind of recognize the time I put in and the stuff I wanted to do to help out my fellow modders and mappers and the community in general. So thank you very, very much for this one as well. I really, really appreciate it, and it's so nice for me to see that I got recognized as someone that can be an influential part of the community. So yeah, I'm gonna get emotional again. So before I get emotional, I will move on to the... Oh, there is no second place. We have a tie for first place. Huh.
Well, there you go. Mystery solved.
So our first place goes to Greeper. Hello, Greeper. Are you still in the chat? Did you leave the chat?
I think he's still here.
Lazy. I hope he's still here. I hope he's still here. So what Greeper did is, I think, something that might have also hindered his ability to be available many times of the day, but I also think it's something very, very important that needs to be highlighted. Greeper essentially made the framework that the BNG uses right now. He streamlined the entire BNG workflow into our BN planner. And while I don't remember if this was a thing that happened in 2021 or 2020, I think that this was the beginning of the showing that Greeper really, really cares for this community. And along with that, he's also been a really, really diligent part of the nomination assessment team. And I think people still recognize you as an influential figure to the ranking procedure, or the mapping modding procedure, or anything that has to do with catch. You are a person that comes up in discussion, and a person that will always be an important part of its history, just because of your contributions. And yes, he also created integral parts of the mapping section, and it comes to like his Greeper.net side, which has tools for mapping, giving a bit of a foothold for newer mappers that have not used the editor or not used to the editor at all, to get a clearer grasp of what happens in CDP conversion, because we don't have an editor, we don't have something that's clearly indicative of what's going to be generated. And Greeper took that step first, and he said, I'm gonna do something about it. And he did, and I'm pretty sure his tool has helped people time and time again, because I see it coming up in discussion, I see people in the hub asking for help, and his tool comes up in discussion. It's just really, really impressive of him to do this commitment for what essentially is our tight-knit community of mapping and modeling. So thank you very much for your contributions, Gripper. Congratulations on your shared first place with the person that we're going to be revealing right now. And holy, I'm so glad! So, let's go for our second first place. Goes to Stekre.
Stekre! Whoa! Woohoo! Not the Miku map. Yeah.
Not the Miku map. We got the map that was pending with one bubble. No, this is the map that Gripper disqualified. What it was? I'm gonna expose him live. This map was bubbled and Gripper popped it, saying it was a DQ. He was like, he didn't say that it was bubbled. I'm sorry, Gripper, I had to say it. It was one of the funniest things that happened in 2021. Other than that, so, Andrew, you 100% deserve this first place. There has not been one day where I have not seen you be either in the qualified section trying to help out or quality show the section, either on the BN chat, on anything that has to do with Osu, you're there. You are an irreplaceable part of the mapping community at this point, and you 100% deserve this. And I'm so happy to see you be first place with Gripper, because you both really deserve this. But when I saw the community pillar category, without even having to open the vote, I knew I wanted you to be on first place. And I'm so happy to see you be in first place. So I'm not biased, guys. It's 100%. I'm not biased at all. I'm really, really happy for Andrew getting some recognition for what so much time he has spent in the mapping community, trying to make it as best as he can. So, anything you would like to add?
No, I've known this goon for a long time. Originally as a player, but considering I never expected him to rise so far and so high up the mapping ladder, it was very surprising when I started seeing his name more and more and more and more and more. So I definitely think he...
It's the same for me. It's the same for me, actually. A lot of you might not know this, but I was friends with Andrew back when he was low 3-digit known as Chicken Bible, and we were just in the same community server. And we had no idea how mapping works, we had no idea how modding works. We were just two people that were trying to farm PP and get ranks and get better at the game. And after so many years, we managed to both be part of the catch mapping and modding community to this extent. And it's just really, really emotional for me to see this. That's why maybe I'm a bit biased, you know. I will admit it. I'm really, really happy for my boy. He really deserves this. And congratulations to everyone else that was part of the podium. Congratulations to Creeper. Congratulations to... Wait, to me? No, that doesn't sound right. Anyways, I think I've said enough. I don't want to derail this conversation any further. So I think it's time for Grand Awards. And I think we're gonna go with user first. So...
Oh, this is it. Drum roll.
Drum roll. Okay. On third place, sorry, my mic cut off. On third place, we have Spectator.
Amazing map as well. I love Paper Nocturnus so much.
She really made only bangers in 2021, I'm not gonna lie. Now that I see the results of the Grand Award, I think the speech I did for Most Influential was more fitting for the Grand Award. But what can you do? Spectator, I hope you're watching this stream. I hope you had time out of your day to watch the stream, because I really, really want you to see how much the community thinks you're an important piece of catch history and an important piece of the community. And even if you're watching, even if you're not watching, I just want to let you know that I'm pretty sure everyone shares this sentiment. No matter when you have more time to open this little game and make a map or offer some suggestions or hang out, I'm sure we will all welcome you with open arms. You will always have a spot in this community. And Other than that, there's nothing else to say about Spec's achievements. He really is one of the most important figures of CAT's history. And the fact that he's been here for so many years and still making podiums on Grand Awards just speaks volumes for the things that he's done for this mode. So I would like to once again congratulate Spec. He's here! Hi Spec! He's here!
Hi, Spec.
I would like to congratulate him one more time for his 3rd place in Grand Award. And unless you have something else to add, we'll move to our 2nd place of Grand Award, which is Sakre!
Whoa, Sakura again!
He's here!
Let's go.
He's here with his hard map. I remember this map. Choki Rambo. So I'm probably gonna repeat myself again, but this is also a category I would have loved to see Andrew make an appearance, and seeing 2nd place from him is just really satisfying to see. And Andrew, delete your message. I don't think there's something else to add. I poured my heart out on the previous category, so I'm all out of gas for this category. So unless you have something else to add, you know, this. No, I just realized this also shows that Andrew is also really prevalent in the mapping category, able to create many hard maps as indicative of Koki Rambo, which I think is his hardest map. Can you confirm this? You're in chat. You can confirm this. I'm pretty sure it's the hardest map he's ever done. He's a person that can pump out difficulties upon difficulties on end. He has so many pending sets waiting to be ranked. He has the dedication of a madman, and he's so driven. Exactly. He did break nearly every record in 2021, as indicative of only seeing his profile picture in a year in mapping. So I think that also is testament to why he's here and why it's deserved for him to be here. And other than that, I think it's time to move on to our 1st place for Grand Award, which is, I wonder who it is.
Jamzu!
It's Jamzu!
Playing once again the extremely highly well-regarded Palace of Melancholia. Amazing song as well.
The Corsa song. Vic says we've played the Corsa song so many times on stream today. I hope you're happy. So, what can I say about Jam that hasn't been said? I just think that it's not gonna be the last time we're seeing in the Grand Award, because this man is driven. This man will keep improving and keep improving. I'm sure of it. And I don't think he's gonna let go of the MCI award podiums anytime soon if he keeps this up. So instead of commenting on his 2021 performance, which I've talked so many minutes of in this category, as you can see, in many awards that he's won, I think this is more of a nice to see him work harder and harder if he still has the motivation to still be one of the most recognizable and impressive and creative mappers of Oscatch. With that, I think I'm more or less done with what I want to say. Congratulations, Gems, for your grand award, and I expect many more great things from you, and I'm sure you'll rise up to the occasion because you're the real MVP. We will see. So, with that, we will go for the map category Grand Awards. And on third place, we have Knacker Snowmelt. Hi, Rockma. Rockma is in every category, even though she said, I'm not gonna get anything.
Yeah, I didn't do much in 2021.
Rockma, you're good. Rockma, you're really good. And I think the community speaks for itself how good you are. I mean, the people that look up to you and respect you and are inspired by you voted this. I really
So
like
good.
seeing this map here because it's a culmination of what is Rockma. It's this challenging, creative map. And we saw him so many times in other categories, which is just a proof that this is a really influential map of 2021 that definitely shaped the meta. And I'm sure it has brought many other ideas for mappers for future maps. Other than that, I think we must about talk this map in great extent. We have talked about this map in great extent, haven't we, Connor?
Yes, it's
So,
it's been mentioned in multiple categories.
Is
Yeah.
really good. So I'm gonna take this opportunity to congratulate Rockman himself as a mapper as well for creating such creative maps, and we hope to see you in another MCA award because you definitely deserve more recognition. So we're gonna move to our second place, which is Eagle Seeker. Can you want to talk about it? You like this map, right?
Yes, I like this map. Something I didn't get to say earlier is I really like the diversifying rhythm choice. For example, in Bunray's diff, even though it is still very high SR, they choose to focus more on jumps in the ending section, while both Razor Sharp and Gemzu more choose to focus on streams. Just an amazing thing about this set. And as for this top diff, it's very unique, extremely unique in terms of these stream shapes. Even though Gemzu is known for tech and making streams like these, I still have yet to see another map that plays like this, even today. It's kind of unmatched in terms of aesthetics and playstyle. You could match it to some things, but it's still extraordinary, and I think it still holds up.
Yep, I agree. It definitely was one of the more memorable maps of 2021, as well as being some sort of a superset, you can say, much like reminiscent of older sets made by Ascendant, by, let's say, Liz Lillian, Chroma, or, you know, it really is one of those memorable maps that will stay and stick around. So yeah, time for our Grand Award map winner.
Drum roll, please. Here we go.
Here we go. Let's go. No way!
Gemzu!
Is he? She got 2 out of 3 spots.
Oh,
She got 2 out of 3 spots in Grand Award. Now, that's a very commanding victory. So, I'm at a loss for words. I'm out of commentator juice. I'm at a loss for words. Let me drink some water.
You know, just once again another map that's been mentioned in multiple categories. I should have saved my whole Pinnacle speech for this. Whoops.
Yeah. While we had some notes ready for many of the entries, we kind of got drawn in by the whole dynamic of the results. So we got all our what we want to say out previously, but that still isn't a reason to not congratulate Gemzu for this victory. A very commanding victory, especially having second place also being a map by him. You can see how much influence his maps hold in the 2021 ranked map landscape. And now I'm wondering, will there be a map next year that will take this #1 spot from Gems? Or will Gems still be on top and still have a grand map by him in 2022? But that's left to be seen on next awards.
For sure, and something that I think is important to notice is if you look at Eagle Seeker compared to this map, you can see how just different this map looks. While Eagle Seeker definitely looks more rough, you definitely see this map looking a bit more clean, and I think Mapper specifically took a more liking to that, as there is a bit more organization here, definitely securing its spot as the first place victor. Congratulations, Mr. Gemzu. Very well done.
Very, very well done. So, I think that about wraps it up. I think we covered every single category, and I'm pretty sure I need a break to rest because my throat hurts. But thank you all very much for hanging around and being part of the stream, and I hope you enjoyed. And sorry if I spoke too fast or I was a bit too overbearing. I was really anxious in the beginning, but as the categories went through, it kinda eased up on me, you know? But yeah, thank you very much, Connor, for being part of the commentator team. I wouldn't have done it without you. I really appreciate your help, and I really like the dynamic we had during the stream. So thank you for coming, and thank you for your time. And yeah.
Yes, thank you for having me, and I would like to thank Gemzu for inviting me. It is very much appreciated, and I had an absolute blast working with you, Mr. Nokashi.
Nice to hear. Very nice to hear. With that, I think we will close the. We're gonna. Which categories next? I don't remember. So we will pass the baton to the next mode, I think, which is Taiko. So you're gonna be joined soon by the Taiko lineup, so you can take a look at the the winners of the Taiko Choice Awards. If someone wants to hang out, I know this might not be something cast members want to watch, but you're free to stick around if you're curious. With that, yes. I would say good afternoon, good morning, good evening, no matter your time zone. And thank you very much for stopping by. And I don't know if I'll be here to commentate next year, but I hope you all stick around and come next year for MCA 2022 when and if that happens. Alright.
I'll